What's going on, everybody? Okay, sweet. Turn that music off though. Our YouTube isn't gonna like that music. Alexa, stop. Okay. Close this. Move this. This is what we were working on today. I don't know if you can see that. Pumpkin pie. And our project for today, I don't know, maybe I should close this door. It's gonna be very loud, but then I get some more light in here. Let me take the key out of the golf cart so nobody walks away with the golf cart. Let me close this garage door, maybe that'll get us some more light. Come on. Come on, you. There we go. All right, let's close that. That's a little bit more light. And let's see if I move this. Hey, somebody said hi. Sweet. B edits. I'm going to try my best to actually read the screen, but I don't have my glasses on. All right, so this is what we've been working on. No, it follows my face, so I gotta move with everything else. So this is what we've been working on. We've been working on Thanksgiving because, as it is, you know, Halloween is right around the corner, and if you're making designs or going to craft shows, you really need to be ahead of the curve. So our Halloween designs are all over here that I've been working on for the past few months. Got the lanterns and the graveyard, little signs and things like that, and sayings. But now we're working on Thanksgiving because that's the next holiday. Woodworking Boss Man, Nuke 2 Frosted. Nice. Yeah, so we successfully laser etched on a pumpkin pie. And this was the project that I've been working on today. So this is going to be a nice little centerpiece here. And it is a pie carrier. So you can put your laser etched pie. If you're going somewhere, you can bring this as a gift for your host. And it really spices up that, you know, $7 pie. Or you can make your own pie. I mean, I don't make pies, but if you make your own pie, you can have that. And actually, I went to Walmart and I picked up, they have these 84-cent pies. So check this out. Same design, just a little octagon with little designs. And this just says Happy Thanksgiving. And this is etched so it fits inside. And then I laser etched a little pumpkin on our pumpkin pie. All edible. Smells okay when it smells like burning, really, when you do work on that. But some of the other designs I've got little placeholders here that I've made. Some simple ones. So if you just want to have like a little name tag for your Thanksgiving Day meal. So yeah, that's what I've been working on in the shop. And like I said, I've got this new little AI tripod. So I'm testing that out. Yeah, it kind of works, kind of doesn't. I don't know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's a little, seems like it's a little glitchy, but it is 360 degrees, so I should be able to walk around, and as long as it can follow me. Of course, I've got my phone plugged in right now, so I don't want to go twisting it all up. And it works pretty well. Sweet. So does anybody have any questions about lasers or laser projects or laser designs or things that you can make with lasers or laser safety? That's pretty much what we're going to be talking about today. Mostly lasers. You know, I do woodworking. I make cutting boards and things like that, but most recently I found there's a lot of people that buy the lasers that don't know how to use them, and they have questions and things like that. So that's why I put these tutorials together. I will be recording this tutorial for Wednesday. All my tutorial videos usually go Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how many my kids' football games I've got to go to, or that he has, I should say. So yeah, I hope to get to editing this tonight or tomorrow, and then this video with a tutorial on how to make that pumpkin carrier box will be posted on Wednesday with Lightburn. Now, Lightburn is a paid software. I think it's like $60 or $80 for the year, but it's really a very powerful program, and it does work with all lasers. I've got an Algo, a Creality, and now a longer B1 40 watt. Let's see here. Well, what's going on, Nipa? Where's everybody at today? So I'm in Southwest Florida, and it is about 7 o'clock, 7:30. Where's everybody else from? Cool. While you're typing that out, I will continue to clean up my shop. Like I said, I've been working on the designs all day. Illinois. Sweet. What's the weather like out there? Today it was overcast here all day. I really did think it was going to rain, storm, but luckily it held off, and we just got a couple of little sprinkles here and there. Not terribly bad. I feel like it's still a little dark. I don't know. Hopefully this audio is coming through all right. And the video, I don't know. Does it feel very shaky? Because it's a very wobbly tripod. Actually, let me take the camera off of the tripod real quick, and I could show you exactly how this thing is set up. It's pretty slick. Upper 60s. Yeah, it's a little chilly. Like I said, I'm in Florida, so once we hit 70 here, we're looking for sweatshirts. Let's see if I can do this without messing anything up. Okay. So this is the little tripod with the two little lights. And now if I move this way, you can see, hopefully you can see, it just moves with me. See, now it's moving slick, but I swear when I had my phone on it, it was all wobbly. Oh no, I gotta fight it to get it back on the tripod. There we go. All right. So does anybody have a laser? And if you have a laser, what kind of laser do you have? And if you don't have a laser, do you want a laser? Like I said, I've got three. I've got the DIY Algo, which is 10 watts. I've got the Creality Falcon 2, which is 12 watts. And now I've got over here is my newest oh, should not have closed that computer. I think that's still working on something. This is the longer, like I said, this is the B1 40 watt. And okay, that didn't mess that up. That's perfect. That is a very powerful laser. And actually I was able to cut, this here is some walnut that I had just lying around. I mean, I've got a huge scrap bin over here. Here, I'll show you. So down here is my scrap bin full of my offcuts. And this is 1/2-inch walnut that I planed down from another project. And this cut with one pass with that 40 watt. You can see it's got a little divot there, and I even cut that little hole in the bottom too. So, I mean, I was pretty surprised. 1/2-inch material. And most recently too, I don't know about in Illinois, but our dollar stores have these slabs. They call them cutting boards. I mean, it's more like a cheese tray. But they actually are engraving very well. And I mean, they call it a dollar store. It's not a dollar store anymore because everything's $1.25. What do they call this? Bamboo cutting board. So bamboo is one of the preferred woods. You don't really want to engrave on like pine or anything like that, but maple, walnut, bamboo, ash, they're all very good woods to engrave on. And I'm always a little leery about buying wood from like Walmart or something because you don't know if it's laminated with anything else. And really, I'm probably taking a chance with this. They're calling it bamboo, but let's see. Where is it coming from? Oh, it's coming from Virginia. That's where the distributor is. In Canada. I don't know. They got Canada, China, and Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia. My thought is it probably came in from China. And then these are all just the distributors. But for $1.25, I mean, you can't beat it. And I just bought, you know, like all my wood comes from Amazon, the great empire. But I just recently started picking up this 1/16. So usually everything I cut is the 1/8. But now I've got 1/16 material. So I hope that will make my Christmas ornaments a little thinner and I can do more layers without it really bulking up too much. And actually, most recently, this, I don't know what the company was called, Colorality or something. I gotta make a video on this, but this is their two-tone or pre-colored plywood, which usually I just either spray paint or, because that's what I did here. Oh shoot, I was on TikTok. I don't think I recorded. Man, I messed that up. I was supposed to record me. So I'm gonna have to make another one of these. But I was supposed to record me assembling this. Can't find the words. Assembling it and spray painting it. So I'm gonna have to make another one of these. This took four sheets. And usually when I find my sheets on Amazon, they're about $1 each. So this is a $4 box. But the smaller one, that only took 1 sheet. Do you have to seal the boards after you engrave on the Dollar Tree boards? So this one, I didn't really, well, I guess I did. I didn't seal it really. What I usually use is this Howard's. I don't know why these labels always go so weird. But this is what I usually use on any of my boards that will be used for food. So this is the cutting board oil, and then this is basically just cutting and conditioning. It's just cutting board oil with beeswax. So it's a mineral oil, a food grade mineral oil with beeswax. I try not to use this too much because this will actually color the board, whereas this is just conditioning the board. And I can show you, let me see if I can, maybe I can move the camera down a little bit. Here we go. So I did put one coat of this on it, and basically, let me go get my rag. I don't know what that rag's been used for. So I usually also, when I go to Lowe's or Home Depot, let me get the whole thing out. I get these rags here for paint and cleaning. They're basically t-shirts. Actually, let me just cut this one up. Yeah, forget it. I'll just use the whole one. Hold on, my battery's gonna die. I forgot I unplugged the camera. Damn, it says my phone is gonna die. Hold on. There we go. Low power mode. Okay, perfect. What's going on, V? Okay, so we're just talking about the dollar store bamboo cutting boards. So you just, I'm almost out of this, but you just put a liberal amount on, and I just work it in with my hand. Let it sit. You will see videos. So I make actual cutting boards as well. I glue up the, what do you call it? The maple, cherry, and walnut. And you will see videos of people that make cutting boards, and they'll have a bin and they'll just drown their cutting boards. I mean, there's only so much that the board will absorb. And bamboo is a very dense wood, so it's not really going to absorb too much. If it's there's the end grain and edge grain. Edge grain is going to almost be like straws, where it's going to suck all that oil through the board. End grain, which that's what this is, isn't going to take too much. So once you just put it a great amount on, let it sit for a minute or two, and then just wipe it off. And then, just let it air dry for maybe 15 minutes before you try to use it. The main thing is, anytime you give this to somebody, so if you're going to be making these to sell, you want to make sure you print out business cards. So, I mean, this is my business card, but I have an instruction sheet that's probably about this big that says, never put this in the washing machine, because if you do, it can split and things like that. Always hand wash this and just wipe it off when you're done. But like I said, this is just going to be a cheese board. They call it a cutting board, but it's not really suitable for that. So if you find boards at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I forget what the name of the wood is. It's Areca boards. Usually it has, I don't think I have any of those here. Usually it's a little darker, and then it'll have some light veins going through it. Same thing, you can engrave on those, but just condition it with either the mineral oil. Now, you don't have to buy Howard's. You can buy any brand you want. I just always seem to get this brand. This will turn the board a little bit on the yellow side just because it has the honey in it. But those are the two that I would use. If you can also order, I was thinking about on myself ordering off of Amazon like a gallon of it. But those two, they're like $9 each. If you were to order from Amazon, you're paying like $40 for a gallon. So, I mean, you save money, but you got to spend money. And right now I'm trying to do everything cheap. Well, not cheap, but affordable. What I can afford. So, but good question. Yeah. Maybe I could see if I can have any of my other blanks. I'll be doing a couple of trade shows this year. Actually, these are some of my offcuts from my cutting boards. So anytime I have any of the scrap, I just make little bottle openers with magnets. And then if I have smaller pieces, actually what I've done is, so I've taken a small piece like this, and really, I mean, there's not much you can do with it. I could probably put a bottle opener on it, But I make my own little advertisements. So if somebody spends a lot of money in my booth, it's got a little QR code. If they put it on their fridge or their beer fridge or whatnot, it gets me a little boost on advertising. And it gives somebody a conversation piece, nice little magnet for them. And then I condition those the same way. Let me see if I've got any other blanks here. This is my Christmas storage for when I go to my craft shows. No, these are, oh, here are the little boards. Let's see. Oh, this one didn't even engrave very well. This is when I was practicing. So this is from Hobby Lobby. And this just had, these were selling like hotcakes. I think I bought these when Hobby Lobby had a sale, and these were like less than $1 each. And I was selling these for, I think $7. $7. 3 for $15. I don't even know what the pricing was. But these were from Hobby Lobby, and these engrave very well. But I would condition these the same way because you don't know if somebody's going to use those as a cheese plate. Hobby Lobby has miniature bamboo cutting boards. So cute. Yeah, they're 50% off. So that's when you want to stock up. I mean, let me see if I can find out how many I've got here. I was going to talk about Thanksgiving, but now I'm talking about Christmas. It is the very next holiday. That's what my designs are going to be shooting up for next. Let's see here. Yeah, so I got my little Christmas ornament there. Yeah, and then that's the delicate Christmas ornament. Everybody loves these, but on my Creality, these were a little bit of a challenge. So I'm hoping I can get some of those done on the longer. And then I did make these. I don't know if I made these designs or if I bought these designs, but these were the boards. And then I had, I think, 5 or 6 different variations of Christmas sayings that I had put on all of them. But yeah, the people were at the trade show or craft show. Nick's got me saying trade show. At the craft show, people were eating these up because people need stocking stuffers or a small gift for like a coworker, and they don't want to spend $1 million. And if you can hit that under $20 budget, that's, you know, if you have a Secret Santa or something like that, that's what people are looking for. I had one lady that bought 10 of them. I was like, really? She loved them. I think I ran out of those actually last year, so I had to buy more. The only thing that I will caution against, which I wasn't thinking about last year. Oh, here we go. Here's a sign. Ornaments, $6 each, 2 for $10. That's what I was charging. So I went to, I think, Hobby Lobby. They had these samples. These were 50% off. And I put United States Army. I got Navy. So I go to the American Legion. That's why I've got a lot of military stuff. And they really, what sold a lot at those functions were these coasters. Everybody wanted these coasters. And I just put those in a 4-pack, and I think I was charging maybe $15 or $20 for a set of 4. I got to get through all my notes and see exactly what I was doing so I can replicate that. But those 4-packs, I think I was getting them for $4.99. The color in the engraving. What is the easiest way to do it? So that, it really depends on what you're trying to do. Are you talking about doing multiple colors in the engraving? And it also depends on what wood you're going to be doing it on. So if you want to do, yeah, this is a terrible burn, but these are the things I would give away to kids at the thing for free. If you want to do multiple colors on something thin like this, you're gonna want to use an acrylic paint pen So there's two different versions of the acrylic paint pens. So there's this one here, which you can find on Amazon. It's dual tip. This is better for coloring, not in the engraving, but just around. So it's like a coloring book. This actually bleeds acrylic paint. It's almost like, actually, is it acrylic or oil based? Let me see here. Paint marker. Yeah, this is not acrylic. This is an oil based paint. So this will be a little thicker. So if you're wanting to, trying to see if I have a design that, let's say this design here. I mean, not the best design. I'm not sure. That's kind of backwards, isn't it? I don't know why it's mirrored. But let's say you wanted to make each element or each word a different color. Now this is a little thicker. This is about 1/4 of an inch. You're gonna need a sander, and what I would recommend is tape and spray paint. It's what sign makers do with woodworking, and they do it because it works. All right, so let's say when life gives you dumpster fires, roast marshmallows. Let's say you wanted the fires to be red. No, you can't see. Let's say you wanted the fires to be red. So what I would do is I would get frog tape or painter's tape, doesn't matter which, whatever you have is perfect. So after you get it out of the laser, you just have to be very thoughtful about this too and take your time. So I would tape off everything that you wanted that one color. So if we wanted the fires to be red, I would go around and I'd tape everything off, and then you spray paint it. Spray paint all that red. And then you go around to every other color you want to do, and you as long as you're going into a groove, just spray paint it, but keep covering everything. And then when you're done, you can either get a sanding block or I have this palm sander, and you just sand over everything, and then that will take all the overspray off and just leave what's in the engraving colored. And then that should answer your question. It's a little bit of work. I mean, if you're going to do it on a sign, I would recommend doing it on a sign that you've got a good amount of value in. But those are the three options: either the acrylic for coloring, the oil-based for coloring in not too deep, or spray paint. Spray paint's going to be the quickest. It's going to be the easiest. Let's see. New at this, so any tips are appreciated. Well, I hope that tip helps you. If you're going to be doing it for, or I don't know what kind of sign, like these signs here, I used acrylic paint pens, but these are small. So if you're talking about making a large sign, go with the spray paint. Yeah, and this is another one that I use the acrylic paint pens on. Ask your wood, and after engraving, use sealer, then paint. Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is use the sealer, then the paint, spray paint, and then sand it down, and then that'll get in all the crevices. Actually, I want to make a sign like that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. All right, so let me put some of this stuff away. But if you're going to be doing craft shows too, get something like this. Now this takes, I don't know, 2 minutes to cut, 1.5 minutes maybe. To put the entire thing together, you may have 3 minutes. But while if you have more than one laser, while your main design machine is running ornaments or whatnot, knock some of these out on your secondary laser if you have one, and give them to the kids as they come up to your booth, because you're going to have the parents with the kids in tow, and the parents want to do the shopping and the kids don't want to be there. And if a parent is fighting a kid at your booth, they're not going to buy something. They're going to want to move on. But if you can keep the kid entertained with here's the little freebie, they'll love it. I think I had a reindeer, I had a little plane, and I had some of these phone holders. Now I cut these out of scrap. I mean, you can see here. This was, I mean, if you have a laser, you know If you know, you know. Whoop. AI, stop following me. I'm walking away here. Come here, AI. What do I got to give you the... There we go. I got to give the okay to follow me. So over here is all my scrap. So I've got all these little offcuts. So I'll make those cute little projects out of whatever I can fit into one board. But yeah, find those little giveaways, and the parents will, one, they'll appreciate you trying to appease the child who does not want to be at a craft show. Because really, I mean, what kind of kid wants to be at a craft show? And you may increase your sales. I am not going to get all these back in this box. Well, I got to redo inventory anyway. Yeah, coasters though. I want to try to start doing some slate coasters. I haven't done a slate coaster yet. And actually, I'm showing you these and I can't really see them. Little geeky stuff. Gotta try to stay away from the trademark stuff though, because that's no joke. If it's not yours or you didn't buy it, don't try to make it. Don't try to sell it. It's not worth the aggravation. Come on, you. All right, well, that's not gonna close. Yeah, good thing I'm getting ready for Christmas next. All right. How long have I been lasering? Well, I bought my Creality Falcon 2 laser 2 years ago. And last year, October, I started making some YouTube videos for it. So that's when I started doing that. And that's when Algo Lasers sent me the free laser 10 watt to try. But before that, I had kids and all that, so that kind of put it on pause. Before that, I did have a CO2 laser years ago. I had a Chinese one, which didn't work out too well, so I don't really want to count that experience. So I'm going to say about 2.5, 3 years. Yeah, that sounds about good. But I've been doing woodworking since I was in high school. And I've got a child that's in high school now, so it's been a minute. I've been always working with wood. Let me see if I could adjust this. Looks like this camera's crooked. Yeah, so lasering. Well, I've been working with light burn only for about a year and a couple of months. I haven't been working with light burn that long. I used the software that came with my CO2 laser, and that was not very good. It was Chinese software. It was hard to understand, and I ended up burning a lot of stuff, and I didn't have the patience at the time. So now that I have the patience and know the tips and tricks on things to do, it's a lot easier. So one of the main things is to always use a honeycomb. That is definitely something that if you do not have right now, which I think a lot of lasers, let's go for a little walk. I think a lot of lasers, when you buy them, they come with the honeycomb. But if you don't have one, when I bought my laser, it didn't come with one, so I had to buy one afterwards. Let me see if I can I tell AI to stop tracking me. There we go. So here is the honeycomb that I have from the longer. That will avoid all the flash. No, that's an example. And then I've got one here on my Creality, which is now turned into a holding spot for all the accessories for the longer. And then the Algo, which also has a honeycomb, but I really need to just put this one away because I don't use it. I don't really find myself running 3 lasers at once. Okay. I hope that answers the question. What are the questions we got? If you don't know and you are new to lasers, I do have the school community. It's SK, and it's my shameless plug right here. It's SKOOL. I didn't even spell school right. It is Laser Labs. So if you watch any of my recent videos, you'll see that I've been plugging that as much as I can. And that's where I'm putting a lot of the tutorials, and I can really put PDFs and more educational stuff out there. I was trying to use Facebook. I couldn't really figure it out. But it's a good way to stay organized. I don't really have the website to keep it organized, so I'm using this secondary platform. I do have to pay for the platform, and I'm getting more and more followers over there. So as soon as I think at the end of this month, maybe the beginning of November, I'm going to turn into a paid platform, like a monthly subscription. I'm not going to go crazy, just enough to cover the cost. So it'll be like, I don't know, $7 or $10 a month. But if you're already in it, then you're grandfathered in. So if you're not in there now, go in there now and you'll be free forever. But there are a lot of other laser enthusiasts in there besides myself who have been, I mean, there are other people in there that have $10,000, $12,000 machines, and they know their stuff. I try to answer all the questions the best that I can, but there's always something that I'm not going to know. Let's see. What's going on here? Where is it? Where's what? Where's the school community? It's not an actual community, it's a website. www.skool.com / I don't know what it is. I think it's just, if you go to school.com, I don't know if I could post a link. Let me see. I'm doing all this from my phone, so I'm not really. Usually I do this from start a poll, start a Q&A. Chat filter. Well, let me see. Maybe if I go on let me get my computer here, because I think I can't chat on the phone. I can only chat through my computer. So maybe I can actually go into the live and put the link. Let me try to do that. Hold on. There we go. Let's see. www.youtube.com. youtube.com. Hopefully this doesn't give me some background. View your channel. Look at that, I'm live right now. Okay, so how do I post a link? Oh, I think that worked. Yeah. Like I said, it's a free account. I think you may have to sign up for school, but if you're not hosting a free account, I gotta turn that. Hold on. I'm hearing myself here. If you're just a member, you don't have to pay unless you're joining a paid community. But it's like Facebook where you can just sign up and make an account. So that is the link. And there's a video in there that explains how school works. I made that because I didn't really understand how it works. But you have to interact with other people. So you have to be engaging in the community before you'll get access to some of like the free files and things like that. I just don't want people to go in, grab all the free files, and then dip out. I want you to interact, ask questions, answer questions, introduce yourself, post photos of projects and things like that. Yeah, so that's the link. And do we have any other questions? What time is it? It is 7:53. So I figure maybe I'll go until 8 o'clock because I have not eaten dinner yet. So if you have any other questions that I can answer for you, I would be happy to. So again, this is the project. Now I will put the full tutorial. Now my tutorials do run a little long. Some people say I'm too fast paced at it. I do edit it down to edit all the ums and ahs and all that stuff out. But I will put a detailed tutorial on how I design this and how I cut this. So I just Usually with everything, I cut it twice, once to practice and once for filming. So this is just a box for your pumpkin pie. And if you came a little late, I'm not sure if I actually, I'll just go grab the pie again. Hold on, let me go down in the fridge. I was cleaning everything up like it shows over. And I will go over the settings that I used because I like pumpkin pies, because you can engrave on them and you can customize them. So this is actually something I did last year too. We go to our friend's house and we have a Friendsgiving, so I put Happy Friendsgiving on theirs. But this box, just remove that lid, pop in that pie, and then you bring this cute little centerpiece. Come on. So what this is that's just gonna fit in there. And it is an octagon, so it does only fit one way. There we go. I'm saying it's not going to fit on camera. But there is your pumpkin pie in a nice custom box. And this is just, I mean, that's a Walmart pie. It's $7. But it adds a nice little touch to it. And I think I even mentioned in the school community too. I have a friend that's a mechanic. And he helped me out on a couple of things. So I wanted to give him a thank you. And he likes Doc Brown's Terrible Rum, I think it's called, or Doc Brown's Ugly Rum, Nasty Rum, I forget. So I went to the liquor store and I bought him a nice little bottle. It was $20 or $30. But I made a custom box that it fit in with all the logos and everything. And it made it feel like it was a $60 bottle. So making these nice little embellishments for gifts, people will appreciate it and they'll remember it. And I know he'll remember it because I actually cut that box twice. The first time it was a little too small, and the second time it was a little too small. So I ended up gluing the box around the bottle. So I'm curious if he's actually broken the box to get into the bottle. My wife said that was not nice, but I figured that would be something for him to remember. Nice little puzzle for him on how I actually got the bottle in there. But yeah, so I'll put this away until tomorrow, because we're gonna have turkey tomorrow, so I can prep a lot of my photos for my Thanksgiving, because I think this is it. Besides the pie box, and I've got some placeholder. Well, if you watch any of the other videos, you'll see some of my tutorials on these little name placeholders for your Thanksgiving Day party. Little napkin rings and things like that. Very simple projects, but it shows you how to curve text around a circle. Every tutorial that I put together, it's not just, hey, here's how I made this. I like to show off one other aspect of Lightburn so you can really learn how to use the software. Because once you know how to use the software, you can pretty much just see something that you want and then design it yourself. There's no reason you should be buying designs unless you're running out of time. So running out of time, and that being said, does anybody have any other questions that I can answer in the next couple of minutes? I know somebody's got a question. And if you have the question, I guarantee you somebody else has the same question. They just don't want to ask it. Oh, and another thing I've actually made too is I made these little patches. Of course, anytime. From France. Ooh, what time is it in France? I would usually look that up on my phone, but my phone is used to stream. So I actually started making these little patches. It's hard to see because it's a darker material. Oh yeah, Velcro. Well, I am not one to like the foreverness of stitching something on. So you could just rip it off. And then I also have a Pontiac, so anytime we're working on the Pontiac, because I mean it is a woodworking channel, but it's also my channel. So unfortunately you will see videos of things that interest me, like my robotic mower or my Pontiac project. And actually, we'll be working on the Pontiac next Saturday. So we'll probably be going live then. But that's going to be an automotive build. So if you're looking for laser designs, don't only tune in if you want to see us working on a car. And if you've watched any of the videos on the channel, you know that Nick and I actually made a road trip. So I was able to make this custom patch for our road trip. So we flew up to Ohio to pick up the car, and we stopped in Virginia, and then we brought it back here to Southwest Florida. But we all had these patches on all of our gear. 1:58 a.m. in Paris? My goodness. Aren't you asleep? I'd be asleep, unless you have insomnia. Well, I appreciate you staying up and watching my video, or my live, or whatever you call it. 7:50, yeah, that's what time it is here too. Tennessee, what? I don't want to ask any prying questions, but what part of Tennessee? My mother's in Tennessee. Yeah, I got family in Tennessee, Virginia, Pennsylvania. I think that's it. No, and mostly here, near Knoxville. She is near Crossville. Why are they all Vills? But I don't know where Crossville is in relation to Knoxville. Sounds like it would be close. I don't know. Yeah, perfect. La Rochelle in France. I went to France once. Went to France on my honeymoon. Wasn't really going to France. I want to say like I went through France because it was a honeymoon. We took a cruise, and we had the day trips and stuff like that. So we got all ferried on a bus, and then from the port, wherever the port was, I don't even remember now. It was many years ago. They shuttled us. I think it took a couple of hours for us to be shuttled into France, and then we ran really quick through everything. We went to the Louvre, we saw the Eiffel Tower, and did all that. It was pretty cool. I just wish we weren't as rushed. One day we'll go back, I'm sure. Once I'm YouTube famous, right? So be sure to share, like, hit all the buttons. If you have that hype button, hype it up. Yeah, we see all those people with that YouTube money. Not here, though. That's why I'm still shopping at the dollar store. All right, let me put these patches away. And unless you got any other questions, I am going to go and cook some dinner up. And then I'm going to record some of the... I'm going to rebuild this tomorrow, I think, and record that. Do you watch Viking? I do watch Viking Woodworking. And that's actually one of the reasons why I decided to do this live, because I know he does a lot of lives. Sometimes he's building stuff. Sometimes he's just chatting. So I figured, oh, I could just chat. That's cool. But really early on, when I was doing YouTube like a year ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago? No, maybe a year and a half. I don't know. It doesn't matter. A while ago, he actually wrote a comment on one of my videos. Man, I thought I was talking about that for a week. I was so happy. But yeah, he's got like what, 200,000 subscribers or something like that. Watch if you can see around on them also. Oh, VA, you have you got a channel too? What's your channel? I don't know what anybody's channel is. I should probably see. I gotta do all that stuff from my phone, my computer. Yeah, if you got a YouTube channel, leave a comment. I'll check it out. I'm always checking people out. There's a lot of the woodworking I find. There's not many of them here in the U.S. that I've found, at least. I don't know. I don't sit there and search a lot of them though. Oh, you're getting ready to start one? Hey, might as well. I mean, why not? Find something that either you want to get better at, or have a little bit of expertise, and start making videos. Don't stress about editing and all that, recording and all that. Okay. My stuff's all messed up. And I rely now more and more on AI to help me with everything. Not make, I mean, well, I guess I do have it help me structure some of my videos, but I don't have a script or anything like that. But I use a lot of the tools for editing. Like there's AI that will take all the ums and uhs and all that mess out, and it clips it so quick. I mean, I would be sitting there for hours cutting everything down. But you push a button and you let AI do it, and it usually does a half decent job. But yeah, I mean, like this, you could just click record, click go live. I tried TikTok and Instagram, and I don't know, I can't figure those out. YouTube seems to be what's working for me right now. Well, that and the school community. The camera you have is a smart bit of kit with it following you around. Oh yeah. Well, that's part of, so when I got into YouTube and I got monetized, I joined Amazon, the global empire, their creator outlet, and one of the um, advertisers has this AI tracking thing. So I'm just trying it out. So it's really cool that it does follow you around, and hopefully it's not too jerky. But what I really want to do is, let's see if it can follow me over here, is yeah, because before that, I mean, I'd walk around and walk out of camera and view and all that, and I doubt people really appreciated that. Let's see if I can loosen this up here. Oh, the door is open, that's why. So it's not a very sturdy tripod, and I'm a little nervous. See, this is the camera that I record all my YouTube on now. Originally, I started with just my camera, my cell phone. But this has got some weight on it. So I don't know if this AI tracking tripod is gonna hold that weight. Sparks of joy. What's going on? Oh, you had caught at the tail end. An escape room. That's pretty cool. We were on vacation in, actually we weren't on vacation. We went to Tennessee for a gymnastics meet, and they had an escape room at the, whatever the mall is that they have there that was next to the convention center. We didn't do it though. First time we actually made it out. What happens if you don't make it out of an escape room? The only thing it could do with is a zoom to keep you, yeah, I mean, well, so the AI tripod that I have this on does not actually connect to my phone. It's just a little strip with a camera on it. So it's watching me and then moving back and forth, which is nice that I don't have to connect my phone to it, because then it doesn't die. My phone battery doesn't die as quick. But yeah, having it where it can zoom in. Now, this is one of the economy versions. Now I say economy, but I think this thing's like 40 or 50 bucks. That's a lot of money. They just let you loose if you don't complete it. They're just like, wah, 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 get out. Oh, man. I don't know if I'd be smart enough to get through an escape room. I would be looking at things that were probably not part of the actual escape. Yeah, I'd be getting that wah, wah, wah. Do you get your, like, a discount if you don't pass or anything? Are they like, oh, here's, I know we charge you 40 bucks, but you didn't get out, so here's 20 back for next time? I feel like they should do that. They should give you some sort of discount. Like, try again. I'm just gonna put this camera back before I forget. Gotta record with this tomorrow. So if you're showing up, I know Natalie showed up a little late, but this is what we made today. We got a laser cut pie box. No pie in there, pie's in the refrigerator. But we've got this version that looks like a pumpkin pie, so that's a great little centerpiece project. And went to Walmart and was able to actually pick up an 84-cent pie, so I made a mini version. So we got the small version. And of course, anytime you have pumpkin pie, you can laser your pumpkin pie. Oh, I'm falling behind on these chats here. I can only read so fast and I don't have my glasses on. Okay, do that. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I don't know what I did. Okay, go back. It gave you lots of clues. Otherwise, we wouldn't win. Yeah, I wouldn't win. Don't even tell you. Oh, yeah, I don't think I'd survive in a. I'd be sitting there pounding on the door. Just let me out. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, see, I try to tell people I'm not very creative. I just know how to make stuff. I had the idea of making a pie box. And honestly, I saw some other designs that had this little whipped cream. I wish I could take credit for that, but I saw their design and I'm like, that's super easy, so I could just do that. But I laser etched a pie last year too. Making these boxes is actually very easy, I found. I'm getting better at it every day. As you know, or you may not know, I made this little coffin for your little candies or whatnot. I should have put a hinge on this. I don't know why I didn't. All right. Good night from France. Take care. I do appreciate you reaching out and watching for a bit, at least. That's awesome. Yeah, these Halloween designs came out pretty well. I don't know if I'm moving too fast, but I watch your channel and you're doing Christmas already, and I'm still in Thanksgiving. So at least I got to catch up. I feel like I'm already falling behind on the Christmas stuff, and you've got so many videos of Christmas stuff. But I think this is going to be my last Thanksgiving project, at least. We're going to have a turkey. We're going to have Nick and his family are coming over, so we're going to have a whole spread, and hopefully I can get some shots of the place settings and little cheese boards and stuff like that. I got to move so you can see there. We got a cheese board. Halloween doesn't do well for my channel, so I just jump to Christmas now. I see my channel didn't take off until October of last year, but it took off because I was making Christmas decorations in October. That's what took off. If you go on my channel, you'll see I got 2 videos that have like 30,000 views, and that's because of the ornaments that I made. I don't know if Thanksgiving or Halloween will be good, but the people in the school community seem to really like it, so hopefully that works. Yeah, definitely. You should check out Sparks of Joy. It's a lot, some laser stuff. I like some of your laser stuff, but everything is the decoupage and the painting, which is not something I like. But you make it look great, but it's just, that's not my wheelhouse. Jack in the shop. I said I was going to stop at 8, but now everybody's coming in that I know. I didn't tell anybody that I was doing a live. As much laser stuff. I'm a little versed in the lasers, but, well, I guess more of my videos are of lasers. So yeah, that's true. But you got a few of those laser projects out there. You gotta learn. I was watching one of your videos where you did the video of, I think, the reindeer or something, but you put it on something. You got to make the little keyholes, because I think you have that 20 watt now. You should be able to put a keyhole to make it stand. But I watched all your laser videos. Yeah. Well, I make boxes. Sure. I mean, how many boxes can you make though? I got my pie box. I got my coffin. I got my lantern. I saw people that make, oh, hey, you stop looking at me. Yeah, I'm over here. That's AI, it just doesn't. I do everything, lasers, embroidery, rhinestones. My wife does, well, she used to do embroidery. Now she does, she has one of those, not the vinyl cut, well, she has a vinyl cutter. What do you call it with the heat transfer? Well, I guess it is heat transfer. Sublimation. She does the sublimation. All your stuff is flat. Yeah. Well, I mean, my stuff's flat too. I don't do many carvings. I gotta do more 3D stuff. Well, not 3D printing. I mean 3D stuff. Well, you got to use that. What's that? Makercase.com. That's how I made all this stuff. I just took his box designs and modified them a bit. There's a piece of candy in there. Oh, I totally want that piece of candy. Oh, it's gonna drive me wild. So Jack in the shop, what have you been up to, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Well, I haven't done any lives in a while. What do you think? Do you think lives are worth it? You don't have the patience? Yeah, sometimes I don't have the patience. Well, I mean, it's 4 sides of flat. I mean, yeah, I guess it is a little three-dimensional. I don't know. Everybody downloads it when it's free. No, you can't see. There it is. Yeah, everybody loves the free designs. You like the interaction? Yeah, I do too, but I guess I gotta just put it back on a schedule and say, look, every X day, I'm gonna do a Facebook Live. Or Facebook. Why do I say Facebook? Because I'm that old. YouTube Live. I went on TikTok. I don't care for TikTok. Yeah, it started flat. Yeah, TikTok people are not my people. Well, this one's flat. I gotta make more. I gotta make some of these for Christmas too. Going to do some 3D carves tomorrow on a CNC. That's what I want. I want a CNC. I know I said that last year and I didn't get one, but well, like I said, that longer company, they sent me that free 40-watt laser, so maybe I can get a CNC machine to send me one of their products. You don't enjoy Instagram or TikTok? See, I don't understand Instagram. I used to just put my YouTube stuff on Instagram and then it wasn't working. And now on TikTok, I take my YouTube videos and I have a third party cut the videos and then put that on TikTok. But I talked to you need 10,000 followers, subscribers, whatever they're called. You need 10,000 of those with like 100,000 views to make money on TikTok. And I know someone actually local who I'm friendly with. And I asked her and I was like, look, how is TikTok? How does it pay? She goes, not really. YouTube pays better than TikTok. I was like, what? That's crazy. Feel much more community here. Yeah, definitely better community on YouTube than, well, for me on I don't think I even have any sort of community on Instagram and TikTok. I think I've got like 1,800 followers, subscribers, and it's basically just woodworkers that watch my videos and I watch their videos. It's not really much interaction. But yeah, YouTube is so much better. Better pay, better connection. Well, I started that school community. That is definitely more of a community than YouTube, I found. It's everybody it's kind of like everybody says niche down, and then that's what you have to do on YouTube. Well, when you start the school, it's really pinpointed in. But like I said, it's growing very quickly, and I think eventually it's going to be too much that I can manage with YouTube and the school community, keeping that up to date. So I think I'll have to turn that into like a membership kind of tiered thing. Oh, I better put this pie back in the refrigerator here. Well, I hope nobody minds. I'm gonna get a little beverage here. It's an adult beverage, but I'll hide it behind my little thing. I put videos on YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Twitch. I thought Twitch was for, right? This is my last one. I thought Twitch was for video games. I don't know what Rumble is. Is that like a dating site? That's terrible. You're on 4 platforms and I only know one of them. Well, I've heard of Twitch, but Rumble. What is Rumble? Rumble is Canadian YouTube? Do you have to be a Canadian to join? Or maybe I should be on that. Huh. You have to be a Canadian to join? Oh, man. Are you on? Natalie, are you on Rumble? Is everybody on Rumble and I'm not? I'm falling behind. It's just based up there. Okay. See, I think eventually you'll be on too many things. So, well, if you're in North Carolina, why are you on Canadian YouTube? And what do you do on Twitch? I subscribed to, Jack, I subscribed to your YouTube. I saw that video you were doing. Was it you and a couple other people talking about light burn? Oh, so you, everybody has this and I don't have it. Just stream the 3D printer on Twitch main. And you get views for that? People just watch? I mean, I have a 3D printer. More guys to, oh, yeah, I don't watch those videos. My wife laughs at me. She's like, what are you watching on TikTok? Yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm watching people running a lathe or, or welding. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I got to get myself a CNC machine. I mean, I like the fact that this new laser can cut 1/2-inch material. I don't know if you saw, well, you probably didn't see because they haven't yelled at me yet, but they want me to make some unboxing videos and all that stuff. And I'm having too much fun with it and I haven't actually recorded anything. But this is 1/2-inch walnut that I planed down and it's been cut in this one pass. I don't get a lot of views on anything really. Oh, come on. You'll get some views on your YouTube. I'll do a video of, I did it, I think a year ago, like top 5 channels I watch or whatnot. We'll give you a shout out. We'll get you some views. Working with clay? I don't know if I'd have the patience for that. What laser cut through that? That was the longer. So the long LONGER, longer B1 40 watt. That's the one that they sent me for a review. They sent me the machine with the extension rods, so it can cut 18 inches by 30 inches. And yeah, it cuts 1/2-inch in one pass, clean. They say it can cut acrylic. They sent me the 3D or the what's the attachment? The rotary attachment. But it's WoodWorks, WilmerWoodWorks. I don't know how to cut on metal, so I cut through that on my test. Because see, I don't know if you can see. Hold on, let me see if I can move a little closer. So this, stop moving. This, oh, this AI is pissing me off. Stop it. Stop. Talking to it like it's Alexa, like it's going to listen to me. Stop. You're supposed to know that that means stop. There we go. Okay. This is a diode. Yeah, 40-watt diode. But as you can see here, it can, at the different temperatures, and you get different colors. So you get blue and red and orange, or you walk away from the laser and it cuts through. But then I cut again on this side, and it kind of worked. But then there was this one. I had the power too hot. You see that dimple? It heated it up too much. So I was covering another logo that was there, and then I just kind of messed this one up. So, but yeah, this multicolored, that's going to be really interesting. It only works on stainless. Just here and there. Oh, I'm falling behind here. Yeah, the diode. I don't post on a regular schedule, just here and there. That doesn't matter. That's fine. I mean, they say that you need to post regularly for your channel to, I don't want to say blow up, but pretty much that's what everybody says. But I use Opus clips to clip all my long form, and that really gets my channel a lot of traction. Oh, I'm falling behind again. Push the wrong button. I have the same problem hoarding hobbies. Use CO2 for coated tumblers? Yeah, see, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't have a CO2 yet. I'm slowly getting back. I mean, I had a CO2 years ago, but the CO2 tube, I guess it expired or whatever. It doesn't work. But it's a Chinese CO2 machine, so I'm not sure if it's worth buying a new CO2 tube. They're like $300-400 on Amazon. I think at the time it was a 50-watt CO2, but I've got the 40-watt diode, and I really like the way that the diode works, and it's smaller and easier, so I'm not sure if it's really worth it for me at this point to invest in a CO2. You don't use, oh yeah, I don't have, I've got the Creality CR10S, so that's an extruder, that's not a resin either. I don't know, I get nervous about the resin because you got to dispose of it properly and all that. You don't follow a regular schedule either? I mean, I try. Wednesday or Thursday is usually when I put my long form videos, and then I cut the shorts up and they go out every day, but they're just cut up shorts of my regular videos. Got a big red 60-watt CO2 from China 6 years ago. Okay, so I guess it is worth the investment. But you see, I also have a belt that broke on mine as well. So, I mean, mine would need a little bit of work, but yeah, I mean, if you think, so you use Lightburn with your CO2 with no issue. That's the other thing too. When I had my CO2, I didn't know about Lightburn, and the software really wasn't working out well for me. So if I can use Lightburn with the Chinese CO2, I think I might be set. How thick of a piece of wood can you cut with your 60-watt CO2? That was the name of the program I used. Yeah, RD Works. That's what I was using when I first got it, and I did not care for that software at all. And also, I didn't know to put it down on a honeycomb, and I was getting that flashback, and everything was gumming up. It was just, I could barely, The other problem I had with my CO2 from China was the mirrors weren't aligned. And that killed me because I worked on that for maybe 2 weeks straight trying to align all the mirrors, and I could never get the focal mirror on where it was firing to be accurate enough from this point to that point. It was always off a little bit, and that it just killed me. I just couldn't do it. And that's when I learned shortly after about the diodes, and here we are. All right, well, I think I've been at it for about, what, 75, depends on the wood. I cut 3/4 inch pine. Wow. Got a 2-inch lens, and I'm going to get a 4-inch. I will let you cut thick. See that I've got to learn that. People ask in the group, the school group, sometimes about CO2. I mean, I know a little bit about the CO2, but like what you're saying there about the 2-inch lens and the 4-inch lens, I don't know what that means. What's got new roots dynamic? What's going on? Not much, man. I've been at it been online for a while. I've been working in the garage all day, so we're just sitting back, chatting up YouTube schedules and CO2s and resins and all that other. How that like, yeah, I might need that if I decide to dust off the CO2 machine. It's sitting in my yard shed right now, collecting dust. Just got back from a 13th birthday party. Nice. Where'd you go? Bounce house? Or Sky Zone? Oh, well, everybody's chatting too quick. I can't read that fast. Not without my glasses. Need to get a mask. It's kind of staying. Okay, gotcha. PowerPoint from the live stream I was on. Gotcha. Yeah, that's laser lingo. We just went to the park. Got the kids electric scooters, so took them out for a ride. Oh my goodness! So we got our kids electric scooters. My oldest is driving now, but when they were younger, that's when like the electric scooter craze hit, and I wanted to show the kids how to do it. Like, oh, I'll show you. Yeah. I was flat on my back. I fell so hard. I couldn't even breathe for about a minute and a half. I've never got on a scooter again. Not doing that. Something about the way the handlebars are and the center of gravity, I can't do that anymore. That and roller coasters, like your equilibrium just gets off when you get older. It's terrible. And I used to do skateboards and all that mess. Not anymore, man. No scooters, no skateboards, none of that. Kill myself. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's go back here. You got a CO2 laser, a diode laser, and 100-watt fiber laser. Jesus Christ! I didn't even know they made 100-watt fiber lasers. Skate for about 16 years. Young cool parents, yeah. Never broke a bone. I broke a bone. I broke a couple of bones. That's why I always tell the kids, don't do that. Why? Because I have experience and you don't. Oh man. Yeah, when I was really young, I broke my nose right here. Still a little bit of a dent right there. And then I broke my arm, so I only have so much rotation in my arm. Yeah, say palms up. That's as far as you get because it didn't heal right. And then they had to re-break it. Count concussions? I don't know if you count concussions. I had a couple of those. Broken toes. Oh my goodness. That's got to be terrible because you can't do anything for that, right? You just tape it up. 2,000-watt laser to put on your CNC. Jesus. Yeah, I broke my arm. I broke my arm when I was in school, when I was young. So I'm right-handed, and I broke my left arm. And I went to school, and they're like, "What arm do you write with?" I was like, "This one." Got out of school assignments for a few weeks before they called my parents. Like, well, he can't do any of his school assignments. My mother was like, "Why not?" Because he writes with that hand. No, he doesn't. Oh man, yeah, the jig was up. It was fun for a couple weeks. I fought MMA. Jesus, as a hobby. Oh God, shattered your leg. Doctor counted 13 fractures. Oh man, that hurts me just reading that. Oh. Cut the back of your hand with a chainsaw. I don't like chainsaws. Same arm, right? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Well, that's good. Yeah, don't mess with new roots dynamic. It'll jack you up. Scary. Broke my wrist once. 13. That's it. So cautious. Oh, that's the way I am now. Well, shoot, yeah, because I broke my arm, broke my nose. Can't tell you how many stitches I had. I got bit by a dog. I got impaled with a nail, nail in a board in my arm. I had a dog that scratched my cornea. I mean, when you start listing it all, it really sounds bad, but did true. It's still that's understandable why you would cut your hand with a chainsaw if you do tree work for 15 years. I mean, shoot, I just tried to clean my side lot with a machete and I ended up missing the branch and I impaled it into my leg. So I had to go to the ER with a machete in my leg. The doctor at the ER, I think it was the third time he saw me that year, and he's like, "I'm not stitching you anymore. Just stop doing what you're doing. Hire somebody." Oh man. Grew up in tattoo shops, penny brands. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I've got 44 palm trees on my property here in Southwest Florida. And I was actually joking with Nick, my buddy who lives right around the corner. And I told him, I was like, I don't want to trim these trees because they're tall trees. You know, some of them I can get with a pole extension and all that. I found on Temu, not Temu, Alibaba or AliExpress, one of the two. You can get a scissor, not a scissor lift, but like a man lift for like 1,200 bucks. And it's got like tracks and everything. I told Nick, I was like, hey, we should just get that. This way we don't have to worry about ladders or anything else. That's a good problem to have, right? That's why I moved to Florida, man. I've been here 15 years. It's like I'm on vacation every day, except when the hurricanes come in. But you have to ask somebody that's been here for a while what their hurricane preparedness kit has. If it has alcohol, then you know that they've been through a few. Chain was on backwards. Yeah, I've got the pole saw with a couple extensions, but still, some of my palms are 30, 40 feet, and that's too far for me. I can't go up a ladder that high. I'll take a hurricane over 16. So will I. That's why I am here. I don't like snow. It's 15 years. I don't have to worry about cold weather. Shoot, the only time I have to get my sweatshirt out is when we travel. It was a little chilly at the football game I went to yesterday, and I think it was 75, 74. Yeah, I don't like snow. I like watching snow in movies and shows and TV, all that kind of stuff. I don't like when you get wet and you have to go somewhere and you have to put on all these layers and then take all these layers off when you get there and figure out where you're going to store all. No, no. Get these Florida shirts, just cut down on the UV. I'm always in shorts. That's the way to do it. All right, back talking about selling a house, moving south once the kids are all out of school. Camper van life. A lot of people do that. I don't know if I would want to do that with my wife. I mean, I love my wife, but that's close. That's close quarters. By like the third month, we'll be yelling about somebody not putting their fork away or something. We made the smart decision. We moved before the kids started settling and getting vested. And I think when we moved, my oldest was 2. I mean, it's not like she had a huge friend group. She's your best friend? Yeah, but you talk about living in a van, close quarters, all the time. I don't know. I need my space. Well, I guess you'd be driving. That's why I'm here. Like, well, let's take a look. See, here by myself in my garage. I have to make a video for this AI tracker. This is pretty good. Oh yeah, nice chatting with you. I'll have to try to make a plan to go live maybe every other Saturday or something. I don't know if I can do that every week. Maybe every other Saturday. But yeah, bye. And I appreciate you logging in. And actually, I said I was going to quit at 8 o'clock, and it is 8:40. So I think I'm going to have to go too because I got to eat some food. Crazy ex-wife. Well, everybody has a crazy ex-wife. That's somebody else's problem. All right, guys. I got to put my golf cart away. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to record the video for this. This will go out on Wednesday. It's been nice chatting with everybody. I do appreciate you tuning in. I did not make any announcements about going live, so I really do like the fact that you guys found me. I'll try to do every other weekend, I think. Every other Saturday. I don't know what time, though. Probably be like this, working in the garage, and then after. I'll probably go live next Saturday just because we're going to work on our Pontiac. So no woodworking, no laser stuff, just car mechanics kind of stuff. But, man, that sounds like a good dinner. Yeah, everybody have a great weekend, and pull up on my feed, so you must be doing something right. Well, I do appreciate that, They say somebody said it somewhere, just go live every time you pick up your phone to go on social media. So I was like, all right, well, what the hell? Might as well. I'm just going to be doom scrolling anyway. Might as well chat with some people. So until next time, hope you guys, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit all the buttons, share, like, do all that stuff that you're supposed to do. All right. Talk to you guys later. See you I'll be live probably, like I said, next Saturday with Nick and Brandon working on the car. And otherwise, I'll see you when I see you. Come on, you. Hey, stop. Stop moving. Yeah. All right, let's close this out. Yeah, I'm sure I want to end. Bye-bye.